a personality as Advaita Acharya gone? Where is my Swarup Damodara and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunath Dasa, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopala Bhatta? Where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all these devotees, in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottamadasa simply weeps. So today we are celebrating the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Very fortunate that we are holding this festival. First of all, I would like to say the persons who are born in this material world and they die, some people they make a significant mark, and some people they just live like an animal, die like an animal. But today is a most auspicious day where Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, enter into the spiritual world. So we see this great Acharya, when he appears in this material world, he has performed many activities. So one may ask question, what is the importance of hearing appearance day or disappearance of these great acharyas, and what benefit we are getting, and what is the significance? So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 13th chapter, 4th verse says, Suturisya pumsam sucharitya samayasya navi anagnyat subhavir aditarai tat tat anugrahanay mamukunda prabhadhitam hridayeshu yesham. Persons, this is translation, person who hear from a spiritual master with a great labor and for a long time must hear from the mouth of a pure devotee about the character and activities of the pure devotees. Pure devotees always think within their hearts of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who awards his devotees liberation. Purport: Transcendental students are those who undergo the great penance in being trained by hearing the Vedas from a bona fide spiritual master. Not only must they hear about the activities of the Lord, but they must also hear about the transcendental qualities of the devotees who are constantly thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. A pure devotee of the Lord cannot be separated from the lotus feet of the Lord for even a moment. Undoubtedly, the Lord is always within the hearts of all living creatures, but they are hardly know about it because they are riddled with riddled by the illusionary material energy. The devotees, however, realize the presence of the Lord, and therefore they can always see the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. Such a pure devotee of the Lord are glorious, as glorious as the Lord. They are in fact recommended by the Lord as more worshipable than he himself. Worship of the devotee is more potent than worship of the Lord. It is therefore the duty of the transcendental student to hear of pure devotees as explained by the similar devotees of the Lord, because one cannot explain about the Lord or his devotee unless one happens to be a pure devotee himself. So this verse gives us, a brief introduction like why we should hear the glories of the Lord. Because when we hear the glories of the Lord, our consciousness, our existence become purified. First thing, and second thing is that a person who is hearing the glories of the Lord, is not only fortunate, is the most fortunate. Because Krishna, we say that we need Krishna's mercy, we pray for the mercy, and we beg for the mercy, correct? A person who has heard or studied shastras for a longer period time, then he gets an award, then he gets an you know award or a reward, or then he gets an opportunity to hear the glories of his pure devotees. So this means we should understand, when you are hearing the glories of the pure devotees, that means we might have studied so many scriptures for a longer time. Here in the purport says, with a great labor for a longer time must hear from the mouths of the pure devotee about the character and activities of the pure devotees. Why? Because pure devotees always think within their hearts of lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this world, there are three kinds of people. One is non-devotee, one is mixed devotee, one is pure devotee. When a person hears about the non-devotee, he doesn't feel any change. And when a person hears from the mixed devotees his glories, may it be change in the some heart little bit. But if a person hears a great activities of the pure devotee, then definitely there will be a change in the heart, because this is the award, this is Krishna is giving you a great prize, that you must have heard longer time, or you must have studied the scriptures for longer time. That's why you get an opportunity to hear glories of his devotees. So having said this introduction, we'll start with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's little bit his history and his autobiography. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was born in 2nd September 1838, born in Bihar Nagar, Nadia as Kedarnath Datta. And at the age 11, his father passed away 1849. And in 1850, at the age 12, he's married, and homeschool was in Calcutta by his uncle Krishna Prasad Ghosh. Later attends his Hindu charitable institution of high school. And at the age 18, he enters in college Calcutta. And at the age 20, 1858, he travels to all the monasteries and temples in Orissa, worked as a teacher in Cuttack, and becomes headmaster of a school in Bhakra. In 1860, at the age 22, his wife dies during childbirth, and later he marries Bhagavati Devi. And the age 18 at the age 23, he acts as the post of deputy magistrate in the government of Bengal. At the age 25, he composes Vijayanagaram and also Srinivasa, two novel Bengali poems. And at the age 30, procures copies of Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita. And at the age 36, composes Datta Kaustubham, a son of Vimal Prasad Bhaktisiddhanta, is born. At the age 74, at the age not mentioned here age, at 1874 to 1893, he spends his much time secluded chanting, while also executing his worldly duties, writes several books and in Sanskrit in Bengal. At age 48, he was awarded as title Bhaktivinoda Thakur by learned Vaishnavas. At the age 49, discovers his birth sites of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At the age 56, retires from his post and as a deputy magistrate. At the age 70, he accepts Babaji Vesh, and he leaves 1914 his body in Jagannath Puri. So this is a brief description of his history. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we all know that he's a pioneer acharya. He wrote many books and many bhajans. One says that if one hears his bhajans or when he chants every day his bhajan, automatically Krishna Prems awards. Just I was mentioning in the morning class, when we attend Gaurarti, just by repeating Gaurarthi Krishna Prem can be attained. This is a very much appreciated. So he also wrote many books, and one of the like book which is very prominent is, we are all from India. Vikram Betal. That was his contribution. So he wrote 50 volumes of, sorry, 25 volumes of that book, and each volumes contain 50 stories. So these stories are used by the parents, or it is used in the schools also, to discriminate what is good and what is bad. You must have heard that story of Vikram Betal in our childhood 90s. So it used to be broadcast on the television. So that is one of the story, and also he wrote the about the Alexander 30 volumes. Alexander the Great. It is said that even Britishers would have difficult time to understand what he writes. They themselves, you know, open the dictionaries and write, sees the what is the meaning of this, because he uses a perfect word, like as we said in the Srimad Bhagavatam Uttama Shloka, correct? Perfect word, perfect meaning. He uses that. Even Britishers could astonish. How could this person do this? Because from his childhood he was very devotion, and he was very devoted to the Lord Krishna's names, and also he was very disciplined child. And when he was in the school, when he was in a young age, he used to listen the stories of like Mahabharat, Ramayana from his gatekeeper. They had a very big house. For that house, there is a gatekeeper. He was previously a dacoit. From the dacoit, he used to hear the Krishna Katha. So he was so much eager, and he was so much learned also, and also he was very much, punctual in his schedule. So he never used to miss anything. And when his father passed away at the age of when he was at 11, he subsequently and he went to the his grandmother's, and then his family fell into the poverty condition, and still young Kedarnath Datta passed these many great difficulties. It is not that he was very opulent from the right from childhood, but when his father passed away at the 11, he was having so many hardships, but still he continued to do that. Imagine sometimes like we hear the stories from a different person, but this Kedarnath Datta, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has heard the stories from the dacoit who is a watchman. So we can understand how much eagerness in Krishna Katha. So in these circumstances, he grew up, and he worked in the as a teacher, and then he worked as a magistrate, and also he was very scholarly, because as I said, even Britishers could have find difficulty understanding his language, because what was his intention is to present the things as it is. If we like, we may find it difficult to put the words, like from the background who are coming background from India, but Britishers, their mother tongue is English. They themselves could not understand. So this is one of the glorious activity. And he was attacked by many kind of other sampradayas, like so-called devotees, but he still did not give up. And one of the uh, it was one of the tantric fellow who attacked him. His whole family became sick, and when his whole family became sick, Kedarnath Datta Bhaktivinoda Thakur did not even slightly move from his what he has said, what his devotion is doing. Even did not even slightly shake his faith. So that is what that much he was strong. And when he came to know that his wife is so sick and his children are so sick, and all the villagers people, they were saying that, you please release that tantric fellow, because he might kill you, or he might kill your whole family. Because when if it's look an ordinary person, if something happens to our father or mother or sister brother, immediately our faith on the Krishna will be shaken, correct? Because we immediately do what is needs to be done. But it is not the same with the Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was so determined that even though he understood that this tantric fellow is very strong and very great, because he has so much faith in the Supreme Lord, that avashya raksheti iti vishwaso godapte varnam tata. He knows completely well that Krishna will protect him in any kind of a danger. So this was his contribution. And also he was a very much inclined to the establishing the Gaudiya Buddha philosophy. We all know Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not an ordinary person. He is a Kamal Manjari, correct? So, he is a Kamal Manjari in the Golaka Vrindavan. One time there is a pastime happens, like Lord Krishna is being served by many gopis and manjaris and other associates, and they were trying to enter the Krishna's palace, Golaka Vrindavan. The little manjaris. One of the manjari is asked permission to the gatekeeper. I want to serve Krishna. So immediately that gatekeeper, one of the gopis, she went to the Radharani and said that there is one manjari she wants to serve. Then immediately Radharani asked which that manjari belongs to the which sector. So immediately the gopi said it is belongs to the Gaudiya sector. So immediately Radharani said, without fail, ask him to come now. So that is a lineage that we got. We are called Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur coming from that Gaudiya Sampradayam and Gaudiya Manjari. So he is called Kamal Manjari. And also when he was writing the books and he was preaching Krishna consciousness, one of his friend, Subhash Ghosh, or I don't remember the exactly name, he gave the title of seventh Goswami. He said that I saw six Goswamis. Sorry, I didn't saw any six Goswamis in Vrindavan, but I am seeing seventh Goswami here. Because a person who is practicing Krishna consciousness, being in household life, following the strictly rules and regulations, and performing extreme austerity, by seeing this, he gave this title seventh Goswami. So that's how he got the title seventh Goswami. So he became so much famous to the Muslim governors. It is not that no, he did not think at that time like a sectarian. No, I will not work under. I will not I will not learn the English language, or I will not work under government which is ruled by Britishers. Even Britishers got impressed by the way of activity. So when he was doing a magistrate job, at that time, the government, they used to send him very difficult and unsolved cases to him, so that this Bhaktivinoda Thakur could solve easily within few hours. So that was his great lineage. So this is the you know good quality. This is the being glorious qualities, that being a devotee of the Lord, all the good qualities, all kind of knowledge will reside in his heart. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in great difficulties. while performing devotional service. As I said, he was tortured by one tantric fellow. And another similar instance took place at that time. There was a king. He came to know that this Bhaktivinoda Thakur is so powerful, and somehow or the other his glory is being spread all over the world, all over the place, because his writings and his teachings and his preaching are very very powerful. So he performed a yajna to kill Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Some kind of a black magic, blue magic, whatever magic. He performed some kind of yajna. That is up to 12 to 13 days. Right after the 13th day, or when the ignite is going to finish, which is called Purnahuti. So when he says Swaha, Purnahuti has done. So immediately the king's servant, one of the soldier, came to the king and said, Maharaj, your son has died. You know, see how amazing. Like when you try to harm a pure devotee of the Lord, immediately that whatever you do, that immediately reverses you. So immediately it affected him, that king sons died. Whereas on the other side, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur got a son, which is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, which is he was praying for the many months. So he was praying to get a son so that this lineage, this parampara should go forward. So when you see that by this example, when anybody performs, gives tries to trouble his devotee, pure devotee of the Lord, that affects him in reverse way. That is called, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So instead of dying Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his king son was died at the time of Purnavati. So that we can understand how powerful is this. So as a young householder, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur began to consider the questions of means of his livelihood. He was not interested in business as he'd seen the apparent necessary dishonesty and trade were due to the competition of sales. Had morality weak heartedness in merchant class. Even when he is doing business, he was very sincere. He was following all the morality rules. So their work ethics becomes removed from the principle of mutuality, helping others, by which they would automatically promote from the failure to success, as well being cooperated with assistance, natural laws, and compensation of karma. So this is one of the glorious quality. So I just read few. There are many. Of course, when we see the glories of the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it is unlimited. For our own purification and for glorification of the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we just try to read something, and so that we can discuss. So here, between the years 1840s, 1874 to 1839, Bhaktivinoda Thakur spent much time in secluded chanting the holy name, though he still executed his worldly duties perseveringly. He wrote several books in Sanskrit, such as Sri Krishna Samhitam, Tattva Srutam, and Tattva Visheshaka, which we have cited in the early sections of his book. He wrote many books in Bengali, such as Kalyana Kalapatru, and in 1874 he composed Datta Kaustup in Sanskrit. While in his while he is in Puri, he established a Vaishnava dissolution society known as Bhagavat Samat. So Jagannath Vallabha Gardens, where Sri Ramananda Rai did bhajan. All the prominent Vaishnavas joined this group except Raghunath Dasa Babaji, known as Siddha Purusha. He thought that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was unauthorized, as he did not wear the Kantimala or Tilak. Moreover, he advises other Vaishnava to avoid Srila Bhaktivinoda's association. So, even in the group of devotees, there are some people who are against him. But sooner thereafter, Raghunath Das Babaji contracted a deadly illness for his offense. In a dream, Lord Jagannath appeared to him and told him to pray for the mercy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay. If he at all wanted release from his illness or death. He did so. Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave him a special medicine and cured him, and also blessed Raghunath Dasa Babaji with a true awareness of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's position. Others had a natural affection like Sri Swarupadasa Babaji, who did bhajan at Sanatanam near the ocean in Puri. He showed us much affection to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and gave him many profound instructions on this insight from his own realization on bhajana of the holy name. Another Chandra Das Babaji preached the printed the books, advised that one should chant the Hare Krishna mantra in Japa and Nitai Gaura Radhe Sham Hare Krishna Hare Ram in Kirtan. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur preached long and hard to him. So after a long time, Charan Das Babaji came to sense that begged forgiveness from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, admitted his fault in spreading nonsense mantra all over the six Bengal. 6 months later, Chandradas Babaji went mad and he died with great disease. So we could understand that when a person who is propagating the wrong mantra, whatever mantra is given from the parampara system, even though whether it is a mantra, but if it is wrong mantra, if you chant or if you hear, if you accept that mantra, there will be a great disaster come upon our life. So this is a person who is a Babaji Vesh, Charandas Babaji. He preached which is nonsense mantra like Nitai Gaura Radhe Sham Hare Krishna Hare Ram. This is so funny. So when he preached a long time, but he died with a great distress. So one should be very very careful. Nowadays we see in social media there are so many mantras being chanted. So and so many things are being propagated. So very very careful about this because when we chant those mantras, it may seems like it may seems like very rhythmic or very fancy or very much dance about very much appreciated, but we should not leave the mantra which is given by our acharyas. So here Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is one of the greatest and foremost devotional scholar. Yet he humbly presents himself as an insignificant messenger. And as the Lord that we can note from the following message in this the way that this is a quote, the way how I got the inspiration to complete this book, Srimad Bhakta Arka Marchala, is a divine mercy which I left not proper from my part to disclose as it is might be bringing a spiritual concept, but subsequently I realized that it would be undoing to my spiritual master, which might stand an obstacle on the path of my spiritual progress. Therefore, without any shame, I record and fact that while under the benediction of my Sri Guru Bipin Bihari Goswami belong to the great heritage of Thakur Vamsidas Nanda and a faithful follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I deeply penetrate upon Srimad Bhagavatam. One day of Jai Shri Shri Kishore Kishori Jagannath Baladev Subhadramaya. One day the vision of Swarupadas, right-handed person in the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructor. So here is the greatness of the great Acharya. They know their position and they know their uh, activity and they know their the what activity they have come to do in this material world, still they take a position of very humble. Still they beg. This is a difference between normal person and the great person. Normal person think himself as a great, doer. If he accomplished some task or something in this material world, he thinks he is so great, but yet he is ignorant of his own position. Actually, every living entity in this material world, Jivera Swarupaya Krishna Nityajas. Yes, Jivera Swarupaya Krishna Nityajas. We are all servant of Krishna, but servant also has some kind of a title. Just like we got here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a Kamal Manjari. It's very, very highest. But they know their Swarupa, they know their position in the spiritual world, and they know why they are come, and they know what to do. But still, they took very humble position. But whereas in material world, they don't know the position, neither they don't know why they have come, neither they don't know where they will go. But still, they pretend to be a very greatness. So this is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur demonstrating how one should be very humble and how one should execute the devotional service. So, and also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur became the manager of Jagannath Puri temple. This is one of his accomplishments. He used his government powers to establish regularity in the worship of the deity in the Jagannath Puri temple courtyard. He established a Bhakti Mandapa where daily discourses of Srimad Bhagavatam are held. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur would spend long hours discussing Krishna Katha, chanting the holy name, especially at Tota Gopinath Mandir, the tomb of Haridasa Thakur. Siddhanta Siddhabakula, its name Siddhabakula, and the Gambhira Ashram is nearby. He made his notes Vedanta Sutra, which is used by Sri Shamala Goswami in the edition of the Govinda Bhashya by Baladev Vidyabhushan that he published. So this is the beauty of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, even though become a manager or a magistrate, when he got a higher position in the government. Many people we see that before they are in um, before they become a manager or any higher position, they do all kind of a bhajan, they do all kind of chanting, reading, hearing, everything. But once they once they acquired a position, and once they acquire, become a magistrate or any higher officials in the government, the first thing is they leave is devotional service, right? First thing they leave is God's bhajan, chanting or hearing. But here, on the other way, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is totally on the other side. He demonstrated, even though he got this position by Lord's mercy, he uses his power to establish the regular worship in the deity worship or regular duties and regular Krishna Katha, and he built a mandap. Whereas people in this world, they do first thing is they forget the Krishna bhajan or they forget the devotional service, and another thing is that they appoint servants, just like if you need something to do, clean your home, pot your pot washing, we hire people, correct? So, like for cleaning home, we hire servant. For cleaning pots, we hire servant. And these people, materialistic people, they hire a person who do the God's puja, who do deity worship also. They pay, like they we give salary to the servants, they give salary to the one priest, so that he comes to home and perform the daily devotional deity worship to home and go. So this is the thing. Though we should not do like that. When we get a higher position or when we have responsibilities, we should demonstrate more. We should do it more. Just like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur established the mantaps. I mean, means like where Krishna Katha can be discussed. So this is one of the thing. And near Jagannath Vallabha Gardens in the larger house in ancient Narayana Chat Mantapa, on the fifth day of the dark fortnight of Mahaga in the year 1847, the fourth son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur took birth. He was named Bimal Prasad. And later is known as Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. So, as a householder, Bhaktivinoda Thakur had no less than 10 children. To manage one or two children, we need to arrange camps, schools, or some kind of activity to give them. Every Sunday we see have Bhaktivedanta school, which is good. But to manage 10, more than 10 children, and to manage household life is very, very, very difficult. So, as a great Vaishnava, he demonstrated how to do these activities and at the same time carry on with his household. When the child was 6 months old, Lord Jagannath cart stopped. This Bimal Prasad, Jagannath cart stopped, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. This pastime. Mother took her to the Jagannath cart immediately. The garland from Jagannath was down to and put on by the Lord Jagannath himself to that child, which is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Then he understood he's a very great son. So, and coming to this, his schedule, he was very, very, has a peculiar kind of a schedule. Like, for example, he would rise up in the morning around 2:30, and immediately he would clean himself, and start writing books on bhajans. Then after that, he would have half cup of milk. Then his little breakfast. Then he would carry on his household duties. Then he would go uh, to the court as a magistrate. It is said that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's work was so impressed by Britishers, they even laid down the railway track from his home to his court. They were so impressed. Imagine a person who were the country which is under the British rules, and they were so much torturing, giving troublesome, and they themselves was impressed by this Bhaktivinoda Thakur's work, and they thought that Bhaktivinoda Thakur might take rickshaw or tanga. It will take a longer time. Let us lay down the track from his home to his court. Even till now today, that position nobody has got it. There are big big leaders we see all over the world, but they might have done the great activities, but the government did not do this favor what they have done. So this is one of this great accomplishment. So here are the few things that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is it. I just end with the little bit is schedule. By this, by one may ask, his schedule is so impractical. you know, how can we follow his schedule? Yes, his schedule is so impractical, and we cannot imitate his schedule. If you imitate, then immediately you'll get first thing is sick. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, the first priority in the devotional life of a person sadhaka, first priority is to take care of his health. If even GBC says that, if a person has a good health, then automatically he can perform a devotional service. First priority is to take care of his health. Then is spiritual activity. Then, if a family man, family's activity, family householder life. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur emphasizes on health. So, when you have a good health, you can perform this activity very nicely. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's daily schedule goes like this: 7:30 to 8 p.m. he would take rest. From 10 p.m. raise, light oil lamp and write, and till 4 o'clock. And 4 p.m. take rest little bit to half an hour. And from 4:30 rise and wash face and chant Hare Krishna mantra japa. And 7 o'clock he would address the letters. And 7:30 he would read. and 8:30 he receives guests or continue to read, or 9:30 to 9:45 take again rest, and 9:45 morning bath breakfast and half quarter milk and couple of chapatis with some fruits, and 9:55 he would go to court, and he would wear a coat which is double size of tulsi beads, and he was very strong in his decision. He would decide immediately. It is not like nowadays. Of course, nowadays courts are very very. He would not say like take turns. Okay, we will dismiss this case after 1 month or 2 days or 3 days, because even judge himself get bewildered by hearing the case description. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur not that, because he has a pure consciousness. His consciousness is Chetana. His consciousness was very clear, and he did not allow any humbug. He did not have any rumors talk, and then from 10 o'clock his court begins, and till 1 p.m. he finishes his court. He would come and bath and refresh, and 2 p.m. he returns to office again, and 5 p.m. translate work from Sanskrit to Bengali, then take a evening bath, a meal of rice and couple of chapatis, and little bit half quarter milk. So he is always uh, very conscious, and he always consulted a pocket watch, which is we see that in Gandhi, even Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi also carries pocket watch. He's always accountable, keeping time very punctuality. So he's always charitable to the Brahmanas, equally friended to other castes. He never showed a pride, and his amiable disposition was characteristic feature of his life. He never accepted a gift from anyone. He even declined all honors and titles offered by the government to him on the grounds of that he might stand against his holy mission of his life. He was very strict in moral principles and avoided luxurious life. He would not even chew the betel. He dislikes theaters because they were very so frequently by public women. So he spoke Bengali, Sanskrit, English, Latin, Urdu, Persian, and Orissa. He started writing books at the age of 12. He continued to perform his devotional service. Very glorious activities. So these are all the few insights. We will stop here, and we hope by hearing these glorious activities our existence become purified. We may take some inspiration from him, read his books, read his teachings, so that our existence becomes purified and we attain the our real position, which is Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityas, and also we attain the real mercy of the Lord. But before attaining the mercy of the Lord, we should attain the mercy of the pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada said, if you want me, if you love me, love my dog. You know, when we appreciate, when we love the teachings of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when we applied in our life, then automatically Krishna is pleased. As I said in the beginning, we might have done great austerity or great tapasya. We have must have read all kinds of scriptures and all kinds of Upanishads. That's why we got an opportunity to hear the glories of the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So, having said this, I will stop here. You can have any questions or sharings from your side. You can see that. Well,
Thank you for very nice
thank you.
words about Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And I remember that my first um, like inspiration in Krishna consciousness came, then my Guru Maharaj took us to Suravi Kunj.
Mm.
So Surabhi Kunj is the place where Nityananda Prabhu first started the Sankirtan movement, and it is also the place where Bhaktivinoda Thakur has a residence.
That's correct.
And we went to his place, and Maharaj was talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the glories of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he showed us a small room where Bhaktivinoda Thakur would chant his japa. Like,
Mm.
it's very small, like nobody can enter, only one person can enter and sit there and chant japa. And uh, this a place is very special for me because I felt that like now this is a genuine movement. Until then I was doubting a lot. But when I went to that place, I really felt that yes, this is a very genuine movement. And Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also grew up for some years in that house. And right in front of the house, there is a railway track,
Mm.
right in front of the house. And my spiritual master explained that when he was getting more and more busy, then he told the Britishers that I will not work anymore.
Mm.
They became so concerned because he was the magistrate and like he was doing such valuable service for the Britishers. They said, "Don't worry, you stay here, we will make a railway track for you." So, right in front of his house is a railway track, and he used to go to his office and come back using the train. So, he had a personal train for himself. And another thing that is very unique about Bhaktivinoda Thakur is that he had a very gentle personality.
Mm.
So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the opposite of his father. He was the Simha Guru. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was so gentle and he wanted to include everybody.
Correct.
So when he actually found the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because the caste brahmanas, they became so, like they became scared that now like, our income may go away
Mm.
because the per place is different and our temples are different. So, in order to pacify them, he would go to their house personally and ask them for some small donation to construct a temple at the place of real
Chaitanya
place.
Mahaprabhu. Yes.
So he could have challenged them because he had the authority to challenge and establish. But he just went and begged for like few little bit of
Yes.
money so that they also become convinced that actually this is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was so scholarly, but at the same time he wanted to include even the poor people, regular
Correct.
people who were illiterate. So he wrote so many books in English and he distributed to the libraries of the world at that time.
Correct.
And still he had that heart of compassion. So he established 100 namahattas or more.
Namatas. Correct.
And after establishing those namahattas, he wrote songs in Bengali so that people who could not read could sing the songs and
Correct.
become purified.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So he definitely was not an
Yeah.
ordinary personality, but at the same time, the real, if we have to see who's a genuine Vaishnava, we
Yes.
have to see where their heart is.
Artist.
And his heart was just so soft all the time
Yes.
to include everybody from all years.
Yeah, this like to build Chaitanya Math, as you said, he was asking each and every person one penny or one pice, so that nowadays that's it is okay. Like we ask for a donation, we give 5,000, 10,000, but Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur did not include that because his idea was basically if a big rich wealthy person by his purity if any king or any landlord person can donate all the time every time all the money at once without asking, but Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has so compassion to that point. He wants to include each and every layman also. A layman also can contribute one anna or one pice. So with that, Collecting one piece from each and every person, he built that Chaitanya Math. And opposite that, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it is like this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur includes everyone. Okay, we got this place. Let doesn't matter. However, this place, whoever got built this place, he convert this place into a temple, Namahat, everything. But Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it's not like, oh, this place is not fit for temple. Immediately they destroys everything and completely vanish and completely clear it off, and he starts another thing. So this is a difference. He starts from wherever. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is like starts from wherever you are, but Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur accept only person like who are reached to that point. Just like we have in India, I don't know about here. Here also we have school buses. There is a two types of school buses. One school bus which goes to each home and picks up the kid. There is another school bus where it doesn't go to the each home. It says that I will stop at certain set place. For example, Rogers Park. You people who are all students in Rogers Park, they should come at this point and they should get in the bus. So this is the difference between the Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj would say that you should all come to this point so that we will do this. Whereas Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes to each place, stops there, and picks up them and put in the bus of devotional service, take to the devotional. So this is the point. Thank you very much for bringing. So we will, anyways, we'll stop. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Disappearance Day Mahamatsav ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Oh, Premanande. Now what is the schedule? We just do Aarti and Pushpanjali. So we will repeat the. Please repeat the mantra, Guru Pranam mantra, Mangalacharan prayers. Um, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unnitam Yenam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुता पदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथा तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशचारिणे नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वते इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्णसम्बन्ध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाद्यं श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदां श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप अपसिद्धान्त द्वन्द्वहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भ रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते गौराविर्भावभूमिस्त्वं निर्देशासर्जनप्रिया वैष्णवसार्वभौमा श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते जयतां स्वरतो पङ्गो मम मन्दिर्मतिर्गते मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजो Radha Madana Mohano Anya Kalpadrumadaham Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Sridharara Govinda Devo Vestavi Swayamano Smarami Sriman Rasa Rasarambhi Vamsi Vatatatastitah Karshan Venu Swanay Gopir Gopinatha Sriyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we'll chant Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Pranati Mantra. Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Yesha Pushpanjalim Samarpayami Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Yesha Pushpanjalim Samarpayami. Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Yesha Pushpanjalim Samarpayami. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Disappearance Day Maha Mahotsav ki Jai.
संसार दावा नलली ढलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य गना गना त्वम् संसार दावा नलली ढलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य गना गना त्वम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् महाप्रभो कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्र माद्या मनसुर सेना महाप्रभो कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्र माद्यान् मनसुर सेना रोमाञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् रोमाञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहाराधन नित्य नाना शृंगार तन्मंदिर मार्जना दो श्री विग्रहाराधन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन्मंदिर मार्जना दो युक्तस्य भक्त्या शनियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् चतुर्वेदा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादन्ना तृप्तान् हरिभक्तप्रसङ्गान् कृत्वेवा तृप्ते भजता सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्ना प्रतीक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् निकुञ्जयो नो रतिकेलिसेद्धै यायालिधीर्युपिरपेक्षणीया तत्रादिदक्षा ततिवल्लभश्च वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रे उक्तस्य यथा भायत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोया प्रिया एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादा भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा न गति कुतोऽपि यस्य प्रसादा भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायान्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् 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 जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर प्रभुपदा भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर प्रभुपदा जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर प्रभुपदा भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Kishore Kishori 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 Jaya Jai Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jaya Giri Govardhan 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 Jaya Prahlad Narsimha 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 Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Jaya Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
जय ओम विष्णुपदा परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अस्तोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपदा परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अस्तोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की जय। श्री श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। अयोध्यापुरी धाम की जय। द्वारिकापुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी भक्ति महारानी की जय। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। बृहद मृदंग की जय। सामवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Shri Shri Prabhupada. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj ki jai. नमस्ते नरसिंहाया प्रहलादलाद दायिने हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः शिलटङ्कानखालये तितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमादिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार। जगदीश हरि जय केशव धृता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नर हरि जय नर हरि नर हरि जय नर हरि जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय भक्त प्रहलाद भक्त प्रहलाद जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। नरसिंह भगवान की जय। प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। All bhaktas are requested to please go downstairs for prasadam. Hare Krishna.